Hello, my name is Zazie. You're welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be analyzing XAUUSD. I did this analysis yesterday, but I saw something very interesting again today that I would love to share. I'm currently holding a buy trade on gold. I've been holding this for about 6 days now, and it's still running. It's still running very much. It's still being in profit. I don't know if you can see this. Take this real close to my screen for a bit. Okay, so it's still running. I'm holding the trade. Price hasn't even gotten anywhere close to my TP yet, and I'm making good moves already. My take profit is still up ahead, and sometimes I just come to check it to see more reason why I should hold, right? So I would share with you what I have been seeing or what I see in the market right now. One thing that I actually noticed this yesterday, but I think I skipped it for some reason. It just didn't occur to me to actually point this out in my video. So I see more reason to do that again in another video. So this is gold on the H1 time frame, the 1 hour time frame. Already, if you watch my previous video, you'd see the entry I took. I took an entry from this point, and I'm still holding that trade right now. And if you know gold so well, you know that, little moves from gold can bring you, good amounts of money and all. So I'm still holding, and I'm in a very good place. All right. So, what I see here is really simple. It's super simple. So I want to share it real quick, right? So if you know patterns, if you're a price action trader and you are very well familiar with patterns, you know that most of the time when chart patterns play out and you pay attention to these patterns and you ride with them, you end up getting good results. So something I saw yesterday but forgot to mention was this very interesting bullish flag. I love flag patterns. When I started learning how to trade about 6 years ago, over 6 years ago, I used to love looking out for flag patterns, especially in the H4 time frame. H4 time frame has always been like my all-time fave, and it gives me great results when I trade using H4 time frame. I still love trading the H4 time frame right now. So when I look out for chart patterns, I just take the trade based on, then I used to just take the trade based on the initial breakout. It still gives me my desired profits, when price eventually goes in the direction that I expect, right? So I love the flag pattern so much. It rarely ever fails, especially if you are patient through the process. You're patient through the whole channel. You're patient through how price walks from up to down, your trend line serving as support and resistance. So hitting the zones and reversing in the right directions, right? So you're patient through all of that process and you wait for the breakout of the flag. The moment that flag breakout occurs, it gives you a different kind of feeling that, yes, I've seen my flag pattern play out. So that's how I used to feel back then when I was trading flag patterns. I still feel the same way now because I know that the pattern is solid and it will give me great results if I just stick to my plan alongside. So I see this in gold. I saw this yesterday, and I'm seeing this again playing out right in my face. Right, so I can very well highlight zones that I know are valid. Here I'll be taking out this demand zone right here just to identify this zone, right? And something interesting I see is the fact that we have a very solid resistance, but it's looking like the resistance zone has just been broken, right? It broke first with this candle, bullish candle right here, and then as if that was not enough, a new bullish candle decided to form completely outside of this zone, and there are high chances that price will probably keep going all the way up or whatever. Anything can happen. It's gold and it's the market, right? The market is full of possibilities, probabilities, and different opportunities, right? So anything can happen in the market at any given time. So if one had yesterday when I was looking at this chart, we did not have all of this area formed in the chart yet. So all of this area wasn't there yet. In fact, the flag wasn't fully formed. It was formed to some extent. It was formed to an extent where you would identify it as a flag, right? But I just skipped it. It was formed, and what you would have been looking out for at that point is the breakout, right? So wait for the breakout. Maybe you want to wait for the retest, which was what exactly happened here, because you can see the price broke out here all the way and came back down here for a retest, almost trying to retest at this zone. But price did not successfully get to the zone. Show you how strong the zone is. Price didn't even test it at all, right? But it got to this area, and then at this point here we can see a very strong bullish engulfing, so it gives us that sign of reversal, right? So when the price came back down for a retest, around this area of retest we see a bullish engulfing. First we see a hammer, right? And then price, we didn't have solid confirmation after the hammer because other candlesticks forming were like dodgy candles, so much indecision in the markets. It's not yet decided what's happening, right? And then eventually, after all of these moves, we get to see a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern that pops and gives us that solid move to the upside. So one could have just taken like a totally fresh trade from here, right? To taking an entry from the formation of this bullish engulfing, putting a stop loss right below this demand, and just buy up till the next significant zone, which is right here at the resistance. And if whoever noticed this move, ever took this trade, they will be smiling to the banks right now. So this is what I see about gold right now. I also know that I also noticed some very interesting areas here where we had this reversal, but it was just a short one. It was just a pullback, right? So we had this evening star formation forming around here, and then when it happened, price obviously the market pulled price back to this level, and then price bought. So now my prediction, or what I am seeing, or what I'm expecting is, since the resistance has been broken right now, we still have about 53 minutes for this current candlestick to form, so we know what's actually happening, if it's actually going to break out of the zone, or if price would fall back to the downside and make a totally different move, right? But if one is trading based on this flag pattern, you can clearly see that there is a long flag pole in this trade. I don't even know how long I want to measure this flag pole right now, but if I'm doing it based on this, right, and then I clone this, if I clone this just so I can have the exact length, right, from this breakout, right, so from this retest area, or maybe the initial breakout, right, you see that the TP area is somewhere here. So one should be expecting to take final profits at this level because of the length of the flagpole, right? Of course, it's not one time. The market might not just go all the way one time unless there's something significant that happens in the market that influences the move or whatever. But this could be a good place to take profit as well, because based on this pattern, that is a very interesting way to calculate your take profit. So anything can happen. Price might keep going up, price might fall back to the downside, price might, I see a couple other stuff here, maybe sort of identifying this rejection or this bottom area, and I'm just going to do it again so I can clone it, and then identify this area, so serving like another double bottom as well, sort of like an extended double bottom, so serving as that right now, and then expecting price to just respect this pattern or this move and just go all the way up. If we're setting this as our double bottom, we know that this area here could be our neckline, so we can have this, so probably expecting some sort of retest down to the neckline area, and then price goes back up. I mean, anything at all can happen. So what I always do is, I have all of these ideas in my head, all of these moves, and then I'm just waiting to see what actually happens, right? So I have expectations, but I'm not rigid to the fact that I know the market will move in whatever direction the market wants to move. As much as I expect some things to happen, I'm also open to the ideas of other things happening in the charts. So I allow the market move. I wait for confirmation. That's why I always wait for confirmation, because as much as I expect some moves, if I don't get solid confirmation, I'll just back out and see what actually plays out. So right now for gold, I'm still very strongly bullish on it, but I've already made some profit, so I just might calculate based on what I'm expecting, take some out and leave the rest to run. It depends. I'll just go check it to see what's best for me and my plan at the moment. But for now, it's looking good so far, and I'll still keep watching. If I see any interesting updates and something very nice I want to share regarding gold or any other currency pair or indices or whatever, I would be sure to do an analysis like this and share it on my channel. So do well to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and turn on the post notification so the next time I drop a video like this, you are the first to see it. So I'll see you again some other time.